All right, welcome back to RoJoSports. Welcome to the college football segment of our show.
Go
Um,
Bucks.
yep, yep, they're looking better and better every week, especially with
That's
that
right.
big kickoff return. I like seeing him not hesitate. There was talk that he was like, "Oh, well, I'm out now. I better score." That was his
hmm
his thought process, and I respect the hell out of that. But again, just like the last segment, we're going to start with our this round of trivia question. At the end of it, we will answer those. Okay. I related this one to college football for this segment, but again, we could go anywhere with these trivia questions. Okay. So that being said, I went first last time. Joe, would you like to start this round?
All right. Mine is not a college question,
It's
but
okay.
my last one was, and
Mm-hmm.
this one's an NFL question.
Okay.
Who has the record for most sacks in a game in the NFL, and what is the number?
Record most sacks in.
Okay. Most sacks in a game in the NFL.
Okay,
Yep.
I like it.
So, single game. Who has the most?
In one single game. Okay,
Yep.
okay. NFL. I gotta write NFL. All right. My trivia question for you this round: Who is the first man to win the Heisman Trophy and a national championship?
Oh, boy.
I have hints for you when we get to it.
Oh, boy. That's tough.
That is a toughie, isn't it?
That is tough. I have one in mind, but I'm not sure if
I
it'll
think
be
you'll.
right.
I have all Joe. I have all the faith in the world in
Well,
you, buddy.
I have two. The one is my first one, and the other one's just a shot in the dark.
Okay. Okay. So again, his question was in the NFL, who holds the record for most sacks in a single game in the NFL? Mine is who is the first person, man, to win the Heisman Trophy and coach a national champion
Oh, coach,
and coach
coach a national champ,
a
and
national champion.
coach a national champion. Oh, I thought you said and win a national. Okay, all right.
That changes
Well,
things for you.
that changes everything. All right,
I think you'll
we're
get
gonna
it
have to go
now.
back to
I think you'll
that.
get it now. Okay. So I wanted to um, go over some of the key games from this past week, college football. I had a prediction last week that Oklahoma was going to beat Alabama at home, and they did.
They
Um,
did.
you uh, proved me wrong. I expected Pitt to play upset, and they did not. Did not.
Nope. Go
But
Irish.
actually, before we even continue on, speaking of Pitt, okay, college
Yeah.
game day was in Pittsburgh,
Right.
right? And Pat McAfee got on there and started to give props. I know we're not in an MLB segment, but he was giving props to Mr. Cy Young himself, Paul Skeens. Okay?
Yeah.
And what I loved is immediately the entire fan base behind them immediately started chanting "Sell the team."
Yeah.
And Kirk Herbstreit was like, "Sell the team? What's that about?" McAfee, without missing a beat, because he's a Pittsburgh guy,
Yep.
without missing a beat, he's like, "Well, what do you mean? What does that mean?" What it means is we have the worst owner in Major League Baseball who spends no money, so therefore we stink. but we actually have a pitcher who's worth a damn. So let's actually build a program here. He wants to stay here. There was a rumor that said he wanted to be a Yankee, and he came out and said, "No, I want to be a Pirate. So let's spend some money and make this happen." You know, and McAfee got on there and made a one of the first public uh, lash outs towards nutting, and I feel like that hasn't really been done other than by fans. But
Yeah.
to see that happen from a such a big sports figure of
It carries weight.
that carries weight, you know. So I'm wondering, you know, baseball needs a salary cap anyway, you
Yeah.
know,
Well, I mean,
or minimum,
minimum, yeah, floor. But
yeah, a salary
I
floor.
did see this was before this entire thing that the Pirates are thinking about spending money this
I
offseason.
saw that.
This was like last week, and I
Yeah,
was like,
they're
"Whoa!"
talking about at least $40 to $50 million. You know, so let's make good on that.
Yeah, they can get Carlos Santana
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
His
get
he's
Schwarber in
available.
there. Get Schwarber in there to hit 30 homers.
Yeah, Josh Bell. Josh
Yeah,
Bell's there.
yeah,
Andrew McCutcheon.
we
That
we could
there's
trade
three players right there.
we could trade O'Neal Cruz, you know, and get somebody who's actually
Hmm.
has a batting average that's worse than him. Which, speaking of that,
No, no.
we'll get into the something here and a little bit baseball wise
Yeah.
about the MVP thing. I gotta.
Yeah. Hey, but I mean, like O'Neal Cruz exit velocity though,
Oh
Rob. I
yeah,
mean, come on,
yeah,
no one hits it harder than him.
yeah. Once every 100 games. Uh, but anyway, I just wanted to give a shout out and appreciation to Pat McAfee for actually siding with the fans with that and actually bringing a public thing from such a big figure of like,
Yeah.
no, they're right. You know,
Yeah.
that was really
It's like
enjoyable to
it.
watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, back to the games from this weekend. Trailed off, but it is college football related. It was college football game day. Okay.
That's right.
Um, OSU beat the absolute tar out of UCLA. Nobody's shocked. I was kind of shocked as to how bad Indiana beat Wisconsin at Wisconsin. I don't know. I thought that was going to be,
I,
you know, a
I
little
mean,
more, you know, but
I'm Indiana should beat the tar out of them because Indiana can
they should.
pass, and Wisconsin defends the run. That's what they do very well,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's why they stayed in with Oregon, and that's why they beat Washington because Washington can't throw the ball.
Yeah.
So, but if you can pass, Wisconsin's done. That's
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
the way
that's
it
true.
is.
And they've always been that way. Always been that way.
Yeah,
You know, ever since I was a kid.
I mean, last week, Rob, Wisconsin won a game, and their punter was the leading passer with 24 yards.
That's saying something right there.
so, so I mean, hey, whatever.
Um, very surprised at how close the A&M South Carolina game was. 31-30.
Don't. I have a lot to say about this game.
Okay, go.
So,
Okay,
we'll all right. You ready for this?
go ahead. Go
And
ahead.
and Shane Beamer deserves to be fired for this game because that was an absolute meltdown. I have never seen a game like this in my life. Marcel Reed, and they're talking about Texas A&M's quarterback Marcel Reed getting the Heisman. Like they're like, oh well, he had a late game heroics like Mendoza. No, Mendoza didn't throw two interceptions and have three or four balls that should have been intercepted in the first half,
Yeah.
and then had a fumble late in the game off of a trick play that almost cost him the game there. But before we even get to that, Shane Beamer coaching malpractice. They were throwing they're up 30 to 3. So what do you think they're going to do when they come out in the second half, Rob? If you
uh,
had a guess,
Run.
huh? They're going to run, right? No, they're not going to run. They're going to pass. They passed every down in the third quarter, and then it was 30 to 24 at the end of the third quarter. I was sitting there screaming, "Run the ball! Run the ball!" I couldn't believe it.
Like the blind side. Run the damn ball.
Exactly. And then Shane Beamer before halftime, he was running into the locker room, going like racing his hands, like pumping up the crowd and Texas A&M, saying like, "Oh, we're gonna win," and then and they lay an egg in the second half. I was unbelievable,
Yeah,
just
yeah. That's always my favorite thing too. Is whenever they go to like that was at South Carolina, so all these fans are like, "Hey, we're gonna get to storm the field."
no, no,
Oh,
wasn't.
it was at
That
A and
wasn't
M.
at South Carolina. That was
Oh,
at A&M. This was at
wow.
A&M, and they were 30-3. Number 3 team in the nation was down 30-3
The 12th man.
on the road at home. I know at home.
Yeah.
Like I
Okay.
could forgive them if they were on the road at South Carolina,
Yeah.
but I can't forgive this. This is unforgiv. Like South Carolina is a terrible ball club. They have a good quarterback, and
Yeah.
that's about it.
Yep. Yeah.
So what's that say about Notre Dame? But that was early, and that was C.J. Carr's second start on the season. So I mean, it's all right.
Yeah. Well, worked out in A&M's
Oh,
favor. Bad
yep,
coaching
yep.
worked out in A&M's favor.
I'm sorry for the rant, but I just
No, 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 no. Let it go. That's what we're here
it
for. That's what we're here for.
drove me nuts.
That's what we're here for. Alabama's loss, 23-21 against Oklahoma.
Wow.
Um, Now my next one that I'm actually kind of surprised about is just how bad Georgia beat Texas.
Yeah,
Like,
I was
where did
I
that
was
come
really
from?
thinking I was on the horns that game.
Like, Arch Manning, I feel like at this point he's not even making himself a. He'll get drafted because of his name. It'll be like a Bronny James
Yeah,
type of thing.
I don't
But
know if he's going to be out this season though. It's going to be
yeah, he needs to come
he's going
back
to
for
stay in
another
college.
season
Yeah,
for sure. But man, I mean, the first game against OSU, I'm like, oh, it's just OSU's defense, which it was. I'm not downplaying it, but I'm just saying, oh, he went up against a hard defense. And again,
yeah,
I'm not saying Georgia's defense is crap either, but I'm saying he's had a rough go at it this year.
yeah.
They had him preseason Heisman hopes,
Hmm.
and that's not on Manning either. They put
Well,
so much pressure on that kid.
I'm going to be honest. All three defenses that were really good that weren't his rival, like because Oklahoma is the rival, so
Yeah,
you're preparing for that game every year.
yeah,
But Ohio State turd, Florida turd, because Florida's got a good defense, even
yeah,
though they've been sucking. But Florida does have players on defense, and Georgia, who hasn't had any success on defense the whole year, and then
yeah.
they shut you down.
Yeah. So, but yeah, for it to be 35-10, I'm like, what the hell happened? Like
Just
what?
and I don't want to hear them with the playoff talk either.
Mm-mm.
I saw a tweet or something the other day or
No.
yesterday or something where it's like, well, uh, 9-3 Texas could get over an 11-1 Texas Tech. I was like, Texas Tech 11-1. If you played Texas Tech right now, they'd whip your ass.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be taken back behind the shed and given the old.
Yeah,
Yeah. We
be
have
like
we have
2010.
we have the two new teams running Texas, and it's not the Longhorns.
Yeah,
Um.
surprising.
So Ole Miss beat Florida 34-24. Not really.
Barely.
Yeah.
They limped through it.
Not really surprised at that though. Florida's been limping through this whole season. You know,
Yeah,
so
but
they kind of gave him a.
like Florida, they have the athletes. They got rid of the coach. Don't know why they did that. That was dumb.
It's not his.
Because they think they're
It,
gonna get
yeah,
someone gigantic. Like who
yeah,
you gonna get? Brian Kelly now? Like
yeah.
oh wow, congratulations.
LSU's like, please God, whatever.
Yeah, LSU's like please go, please leave.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I don't know if they think they're getting Tim Tebow or Urban Meyer or whatever. But to fire him, like he is not the one responsible for making the schedule that they have. I mean,
No.
Florida for the past 3 years have had the the shit end of the stick when it comes to
Yeah, I mean,
their
they
schedule.
played they play three of the hardest teams every year,
You know, whenever you're playing,
regardless of anything else. They play Miami, Florida State,
yeah,
and Georgia, all big games.
yeah.
So
So and
it
like
doesn't matter how bad they are either.
whenever you're playing a video game and you get to do custom schedule and you're like, oh, you know what, I'm a small tier team, I'm going to go ahead and schedule 1, 2, 3, and 4 right off the bat. That's what they're doing to Florida the past couple
Yeah,
years, and I'm
and the
like,
SEC, yeah, that's what they're doing.
it is
Like
not their fault.
speaking, this just reminded me. Florida has played the hardest SEC schedule, and Texas A&M's played the easiest. They haven't played one team in the top eight, not
Yeah.
one, not one team.
Yep.
And they're saying, well, I mean, look at their wins. They're so good,
Yeah.
and then they shit on Ohio State. They don't play Alabama every week.
Yeah. I
It's like,
want to.
come on,
You know who's really quiet after this week though is Paul Feinbaum. He's real quiet.
yeah.
I don't see him anywhere.
But I
Yeah.
mean, they did the same thing to Michigan too,
Yeah.
if we remember correctly. If history, if you remember back in history, even though I don't like Michigan, everyone was saying, "Oh wow, look at that easy schedule Michigan played," and then they rolled right through everybody. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
So
And beat Alabama twice in 1 year.
yeah. Well, Georgia had an easy schedule in 2022, and they won the whole thing. So
Yeah. Yeah.
must be something to that.
I guess. A couple more games here. Oregon beat the tar out of Minnesota. Nobody's shocked. Let's see. Texas Tech beat the hell out of UCF. Again, nobody's shocked. Notre Dame, we already talked about that one. We already talked about Texas losing to Georgia. Oklahoma beating Bama. BYU beat the absolute crap out of TCU. Um, so before tomorrow night happens, I do have a uh, a new top 12 in my own
Yep.
to throw at you. I actually did a top 16. Okay,
Okay.
because at this point, you know, I feel like the teams who are in the top 16 all have a actual chance of making the playoffs. Okay.
Okay.
At my 17, I have Texas. I have them outside of that 16 at this point. Um, just outside of it, but I still have them right above Virginia and right above Tennessee. Okay, but
Hmm.
um, so at 16, I have Michigan. I called last week. I thought they were going to get upset, and they damn near did. Okay,
Almost.
but I was listening to Joel Klatt today, and he was talking a lot about Michigan, and he was like, you know, Michigan fans need to chill the hell out. Okay,
Hmm.
they're still looking through this lens that is still the same 2022-2023 team, and it's not. He's like, on average, Michigan is averaging, I think he said 400 to 500 yards per game passing, to where last year they didn't have a quarterback. It's like,
That's. I mean, okay. Let's
but
slow down.
but I'm just saying, like, I see what he's saying. You know,
Yeah. I mean,
when I see these Michigan fans online, and they're like, "Why are we struggling against Northwestern or whatever?" I'm like, "Because those are the teams who have absolutely nothing to lose
well, okay.
and
I have a lot to
ruin
say
a season."
about this Michigan team. Okay. You have a $10 million quarterback. You spend $10 million on a guy.
12.
He should be whatever it is. It's way too much money, and you're handing the ball off, and
Mm-hmm.
you're running RPOs every game. He's not confident in the offense. It's obvious, and the coach doesn't trust him. So why are you putting him out there if you don't trust him?
But the thing
That's my thing.
is whenever coach was suspended and they had an interim coach
Yeah,
in there and they let Underwood do whatever the hell he wanted.
yeah,
You know, you
and they
watch
were
that
all
kid,
right.
it's like, oh my god, he's throwing the hell out of the football. You
Yeah,
know,
you gotta have confidence in the team.
I remember
It's
he
just
got yelled at because he handed the ball off and threw a block with his throwing shoulder and laid a middle linebacker the hell out. You know,
yeah,
and he was running things and it was beautiful. And then I don't know if they're like, oh, we got to save
The,
all of our big plays for Ohio State, we can't show our stuff
yeah,
or whatever.
it's just
Stupid.
it's asinine, which Sherrone
Coaching,
Moore does.
coaching.
It just makes no sense. And like the Joe Klatt thing, where it's like, oh, we threw 405 or more yards with this. It's like, well, last year they averaged 60 yards a game throwing the ball. So I
Yeah,
mean, you got there's
of
only
course
you
it's
can
an
only go up.
improvement. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, if we're going to, and you know this better than anybody, if we're going to rely on Michigan throwing for 400 to 500 yards a game,
Yeah.
they can't do that against Ohio State because history shows that the team who has the most rushing yards
Wins the game.
always wins that game. So if you're throwing it for 400 to 500 yards in that game, which they're not going to on that defensive secondary, okay, you're not running the football.
Well, they couldn't throw the ball against Oklahoma, so are they going to throw the ball against Ohio State? I mean, I'm I'm kind of projecting here, but it's
Yeah,
kind of similar. Oklahoma, Ohio State, and like
yeah,
uh, Texas Tech, they're kind of similar defenses, so
yeah,
you're gonna have a hard time.
yeah. So, and we know how it goes every year. Either one of those teams could be 0 and 12, 0 and whatever, and go into that
Oh
game.
yeah,
It's a game. It's a shootout every year.
yep.
There's been a couple. When Harbaugh first started at Michigan, and they beat the hell out of them at Ann Arbor. I think it was like 63-14 or something, and the fans were
Oh well,
holding.
I mean, there was the game a couple years ago. Michigan took it to Ohio State. It was like 45-20 or
Yeah,
something like that. So I mean, it
yeah,
happens.
where
It's the way it goes.
Donovan Edwards had like 150 yards rushing in the fourth quarter
Yeah.
or something. Yeah. But like I remember that game when they beat Michigan in Ann Arbor, and the Ohio State fans were holding a big blanket that said "Welcome home, Harbaugh," and had it going up and down the stands. you know, but Harbaugh came in and took over a terrible Brady Hoke
Oh yeah.
fiasco.
I
I
mean,
mean, my God.
he built a good program
I
there.
mean, Ohio State had a better thing with Luke Fickle than we had with Brady Hoke, for God's sakes. You know,
But I mean, there's a difference between Ohio State and Michigan. Michigan's always been they're not Ohio State. Ohio State's more like an SEC team.
yeah,
Michigan's more like just a Big Ten team.
yeah.
I'm not trying to throw
Iowa
shade.
esque, Iowa esque.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to like stir things up, but that's
No,
just how
no,
it is.
no, no. You're right.
That's just how it is.
You're right. Again, no, I trailed off, but I just wanted to bring those couple of things up. I have Michigan at 16. I have Georgia Tech at 15, just outside. I have USC at 14. I think that they have started to build a decent resume for themselves. I have Miami at 13. I actually have Utah at 12. They played really good this week. BYU at 11. I still have Bama in there, but they're at 10.
Hmm
Notre Dame 9, Oklahoma 8. I don't feel like they should climb the ladder too much. I have Ole Miss 7, Texas Tech 6, Oregon 5, A&M 4 because of that game against South Carolina, and that's why I throw Georgia up at 3 now, and I bump A&M down, and then Indiana 2, and OSU at 1. Um, And there's people arguing, well, you could really make a case to flip flop OSU or Indiana, whatever. I'm like, at one point I was like, yeah, maybe, but then I'm like, okay, Ohio State is like 19-0.
Yep.
Let's give them credit. The gauntlet that they had to go through in order to win that national championship last year. Yeah, I
hmm
mean, we could say, all right, if Michigan beat them last year, if they had never expanded the playoff or whatever, the 12 teams, they wouldn't have got in anyway. Yeah, you're right,
Yeah.
but they did. Therefore, shut up.
Exactly.
And the
It's
teams
like
the teams that they had to beat. I mean, my God.
they destroyed Tennessee. Tennessee wasn't even in the game, and then
Yeah.
they smoked Oregon, and then they beat Texas, and then Notre Dame stood no chance. It just like
So
Notre Dame was trying to run their quarterback into the ground the first quarter, and then they act like they did something good, and it was 31-6.
yeah.
Just
So it's like, are you really going to try and make that case?
Mm-hmm.
Are you really going to try and make that like look at the gauntlet they had to run through in order to win that national championship? You actually see what happens whenever Ryan Day was like, "Oh, hell with being a tough team. We're just going to throw the football and just annihilate you." And that's what they
That's
did through
right.
the whole playoffs. And I'm like, if they had did that against Michigan last year, we wouldn't even
Would have
have
been ugly.
yeah. Because Michigan has one of the worst secondaries who get away with holds and pass interferences.
But
Like,
as, but as I said, Will Howard was
yeah,
he was on another planet that game, so
yeah,
can't always
yeah. So, let's see. Do I have anything? Anything on your top? Any changes to
well, I
yours?
got mine.
Go ahead.
I did a little different than you. I did my final prediction, but I have three teams that could get in.
Okay.
My honorable mention picks, they could
Mhm.
still get in, but I don't know if they can. Georgia Tech,
Mhm.
James Madison, Utah. They're on
Okay.
the outside looking in. They're on the bubble, as they say in
Yeah.
bracketology. And then my top 12, I got BYU, Alabama at 11, Notre Dame at 10, and then the Miami Hurricanes at 9.
Moving them
I
up.
put them in there. Yeah, I moved them all the way up there because I can't have Notre Dame ahead of Miami anymore. Miami beat them.
Yeah.
And then I got Oklahoma at 8, Ole Miss, Oregon, Texas Tech, Georgia, Texas A&M, Indiana, Ohio State.
Okay. I
So
like it.
that's where I'm sitting.
I like it. Um, I have three possible upsets for you this weekend.
Okay.
Okay. Um, I have a possibility of USC beating Oregon,
Yeah.
and knocking Oregon out and USC going in,
Okay.
as long as the other teams win. But the only way that
Mm.
Oregon is going to stay in if they lose is because I also have an upset of BYU losing at Cincinnati.
Oh well, that's a that's gonna happen for sure.
So there's another one, and then I have this one might make you scratch your head a little bit, um, but I have Miami losing to Virginia Tech at Virginia Tech.
Uh, uh I mean that is a rivalry game, so could happen.
Anything can happen. Um, but
I got one for you
okay,
off of a big win. They're the only team in the SEC that's playing someone that has a pulse
okay,
this week. Well, there's another team, but it doesn't matter. But it's a top 12 team,
okay,
Oklahoma. This is an old school Big 12 rivalry game.
okay.
Missouri is going to Oklahoma
Yeah,
and is going to pull off the upset because
Missouri.
they're Oklahoma's resting there saying, "Oh, we got it done, boys. We did it. We're in the playoff." And then Missouri's going to come in and be like, "Sorry."
You thought uh, Missouri almost beat Bama this year, so
Yeah.
who
So I
knows?
mean,
Who knows? Speaking of Bama, my bullshit games of the week. Um, this grueling, unbelievably difficult out of conference schedule that the SEC has. I don't know how
I
the
mean, no one does it better than the SEC. I mean, it just means more. Rob, Kevin, don't you understand that? Like,
Georgia versus Charlotte and Bama
woo.
versus Eastern Illinois. My
I,
goodness. Listen,
hey,
go ahead.
hey, Eastern Illinois, they've put in some NFL quarterbacks. Okay, they had Tony Romo and Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh,
Don't sleep on the Panthers.
oh man. Oh, no. I don't get it. I don't get how. So you don't see the Big Ten playing. So our out of conference games consist of Oklahoma,
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of us
Texas,
play, FCS school sometimes, but
but
it's
not
in the
like
week
that
two.
though.
It's week two, not week 12.
Yeah, so they're going into the playoffs, rested. Well, no shit.
Well, I mean, this is what I think when those analysts say that the SEC schedule is tougher, and then they're basically comparing Iowa to Eastern Illinois, and that's
Yeah,
not comparable. I want to see Alabama play in Iowa in Kinnick Stadium in November when it's 20 degrees and it's raining. If they can go in there and win, I'll be like, okay, I'll shut up. But until that time,
yeah.
I'm gonna say you're full of shit.
Well, Michigan had to play at Oklahoma,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Like
just
let's give
before Mateer's injury.
yeah, yeah. So let's give them the same situation and
Yeah.
see how they do.
Hey, if they're going to do hypotheticals, I think Michigan's better than Alabama right now.
Oh,
That's just
yeah,
by
I
me.
mean they have been the past year. They beat
Yeah.
them twice.
I mean, just SEC hypotheticals because they're the kings of it. So I'm going to say
Yeah,
Michigan's better than Alabama right now, even
yeah,
though they're ranked whatever.
yeah,
It doesn't matter.
yeah. One last piece of college football news. You want to break the Virginia Tech news about their latest?
As I predicted, I did say that James Franklin would be the new coach at Virginia Tech, and he is now the new man for the Hokies. I think
Yep,
that's a great hire.
I do too.
They're, I mean,
Talk about a
they're
way to
already talking
redeem
about his
yourself.
schedule.
Yeah,
They're already talking about oh, he's got 4 ranked games. You're gonna be sorry. I'm just telling you.
yeah,
Miami's gonna be. If I had to pick between Mario Cristobal and James Franklin, I'm taking James Franklin.
yeah,
So,
yeah, for sure. Um, Now you had something else you wanted to share today about Lane Kiffin, didn't you?
oh yeah, there's some rumors going around that Lane Kiffin was on a plane, several planes. He went to Florida and he went to LSU. Apparently, there was a guy in the weeds in the airport in Baton Rouge in a ghillie suit sitting there watching, and
Was
there
it?
was Lane Kiffin on the tarmac in a disguise. So he was there in LSU. Imagine being a playoff team and you're gonna go to LSU.
Yeah,
That is just unbelievable.
yeah. What is it?
There is a scenario, Rob, where Brian Kelly could be the Ole Miss coach and Lane Kiffin's the LSU coach.
That'd be fantastic.
Oh man, that'd be hilarious.
I'd actually like to see Kiffin take over Florida more so than LSU. I think that'd be fun to watch.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I mean,
that's the latest LSU news, right?
yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Okay. So anything else college football?
That's all I got right now.
All you got? Okay. So to answer your trivia question,
That's right.
um, NFL record for most sacks in a single game.
Yep.
Um, I'm in between three players.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll give you those three players first, and you can tell me if I'm right.
All right.
Okay, I have Miles Garrett, I have T.J. Watt, and I have Michael Strahan.
It's none of them.
None of them.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
This guy, I'll give you a hint. When he was in college, he played for Alabama.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure. No? Okay,
Mm-mm.
here's another hint. He played for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh wow. Uh. How long ago?
No?
How long ago?
Oh, this would be the 90s.
90s.
Maybe early 2000. Like if it's early 2000, it's like 2000.
Yeah. No.
He also died an early death. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Go ahead. You got me.
Oh, you know
No.
Derek Thomas,
Derek Thomas.
Kansas City Chief, would have been an all timer. I'm pretty sure he's in the Hall of Fame. He's that good. He
Um,
was the next LT.
the next. Okay. um, I was also in between Reggie White, and
Those would be good guesses.
I was even going to guess Kevin Green. I was a real big
Yep.
I was a big Kevin Green guy.
I mean,
Uh,
all those were great guesses, but there's only one man that
yeah.
sits on this throne. He had seven. And guess how many he had? He had seven in a game.
Why do I feel like in today's day and age that that's reachable?
Oh, it is. Miles Garrett had five,
Yeah.
against the Patriots, and they lost. But hey, whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
But seven sacks in the game. That's
Seven
crazy.
sack.
When they
That's
didn't throw, this is
yeah.
this is when they ran the ball.
Yeah. Back then it was power I formation. That's what you got.
All
Okay.
right.
So who is the first man to win the Heisman Trophy and coach a national champion?
Oh boy. I still I still don't really know.
I'll give you a hint.
Well, the first thing you said, because you said win a national championship,
Yeah.
I didn't know it was coach. Jim Brown popped in my head, but
Okay.
that wasn't it.
Okay. I'll give you a hint. He, excuse me, coached at two SEC schools.
Two SEC schools.
And here's another hint to you. When he won the Heisman Trophy,
Okay.
it was in 1966.
Oh, I know who it is.
Go ahead.
I got it. Because he was at Florida in the 90s and he won a national title. Steve Spurrier. That's
Steve
who it is.
Spurrier is correct. Is correct. I saw that today, and I'm like, 19. I didn't even know they were doing Heisman Trophy in the 60s.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I didn't even know.
Man.
I didn't even realize he played. You know,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
He's
but
one of the few. Well,
yeah.
Steve Sarkisian was a quarterback at BYU.
Mhm.
Kirby Smart was a wide receiver on Georgia.
Yeah.
Dabo Sweeney was a receiver on Alabama. Ryan Day played at New Hampshire. There's a lot of old players there. I
Yeah.
mean, not all of them are as good as Steve Spurrier, but
Yeah. Steve was a ball player, man.
yeah,
He was a ball player. Okay, that was a really long college segment today. We had a lot to talk
yeah,
about on that one today. That was good. Okay, so again, comment whether you got it right or not. Um, and go ahead and comment with your own trivia question pertaining to college football if you would like. But now we are going to get into, well, next, get into our NFL segment. So stay tuned.